A Labour MP has become the first member of the party's front bench to resign over Sir Keir Starmer's position on the war in Gaza. Imran Hussain said a ceasefire was essential to end the bloodshed, but Sir Keir has so far refused to back the idea, preferring brief humanitarian pauses. 60 Labour MPs and more than 200 councillors have publicly opposed his stance. The United States has said it doesn't want any reoccupation of Gaza by Israel, and the territory must remain Palestinian land. It was responding to an assertion by the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that his country would have overall security responsibility in Gaza for an indefinite period after the current fighting ends. A member of Israel's war cabinet, Ron Dermer, told the BBC he'd not meant reoccupation.
Governance requires an administration that we assume will be Palestinian. You'll have to have internal policing, and there's a question of who will do that. You'll have to deal with reconstruction and how that would be done. There's a question of the overriding security responsibility. That's what he was talking about, to ensure that in a post-Hamas Gaza, we don't have the reemergence of a terror threat from in Gaza.
The Met Police Commissioner has said the force will do everything in its power to ensure Armistice Day events in London on Saturday are not disrupted, after saying there were no grounds to ban a pro-Palestinian demonstration. Sir Mark Rowley said there was not enough evidence that there was a risk of serious disorder. The EU's climate change service Copernicus has said that 2023 is virtually certain to be the warmest year on record. Its scientists said that October had been exceptionally hot around the world, with average global air temperatures 0.4 Celsius warmer than the previous high set in October 2019. Our environment correspondent Matt McGrath reports.
October has become the fifth month in a row to set a new high. As well as rising carbon dioxide emissions, temperatures are being driven up this year by a strengthening El Niño, a natural event that brings heat to the surface of the Pacific Ocean. Scientists told the BBC it was now more than 99% certain that 2023 would become the warmest year on record. They warn of the likelihood of more extreme events, including wildfires, heatwaves and storms.
Football in the Champions League, Manchester City beat the Swiss side Young Boys 3-0 to qualify for the knockout stages. The City manager Pep Guardiola said its side had met expectations but still had a lot of work to do.
Sometimes you have to fight against the tendency of the people think about us, about what is going to happen. And important is it happened. Important is what the people when say that we're going to qualify for sure. Okay, we already qualify. Still the job is not done because we have to finish first because it's better.
Newcastle's hopes of going through suffered a setback as they lost 2-0 to Borussia Dortmund. Celtic were thrashed 6-0 away by Atletico Madrid.